You're on.
Hey guys, we're back. Surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, right? Or Garrett. He's sticking around for a long time. Matter of fact, he's doing fantastic with his sales, and I love hearing that. That's so exciting. Today we are going to be talking about, I also wanted to tell you how pretty I feel today. I went a little extra. Not my typical everyday, because I don't really care how I look most of the time, but I just felt like I needed to look good today. So here we are.
Right on.
Lipstick and all.
Yeah.
Oh, and my nails are painted too.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we have some really gorgeous pieces. Garrett, tell us all about this.
Oyster, copper, turquoise. So it is spiny oyster, copper, and turquoise, which are all stones, right? But they never come together. They assembled this. So they cut and just mashed it all together.
Did your mom choose this or did you choose this? Because this screams Linda.
I saw it and I first I didn't buy it, but because it's not the cheapest item, but it's been very popular since we got it. It's
gorgeous with all this. Oh, it's so pretty.
And several people on the videos have had opportunity to buy it a few times.
I don't know if you almost have to see it in person to do it justice. Like sometimes it's those things that just don't photograph well, but hopefully you can see well through the video.
Yeah.
And guys, this was just some freeform pendant wrapping, and I went a little funky, and I'll show you how I started this. I won't do another one like that, but I want to remind you all that remember when you do one thing on one piece, if you're making a pair of earrings, you want to go to the other piece and do the exact same wrap, because if you don't, you're going to end up with two very different things.
Yeah.
And for this type of earring, that's probably not what you want, but there are times when you can do something totally different and have it still look right. Whereas I have a bead that I purchased another time, and I played with this a while ago when I did a little bit more freeform wrapping as well with the earrings, an extra piece of wire left over. So I'm going to show you a messy wrap on this because it tends to look better on something that's tall and angled. And the messy wrap is kind of like a bird's nest wrap. Yeah. Whereas this one is just a little bit more detailed. Yeah. So you've got a bit of this reminds me of a Cleopatra style, you know, that whole prettiness. And then this pendant piece, this side drilled, which I thought, that would be so fun to do, right? And I just used some rose gold wire in a 20 gauge. We have 20 gauge and 24 that we worked with today. So here's the 20 with your thickness, and then the 24 is the much thinner stuff that I wrapped with. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I doubled this up because 24 doesn't have the stability that 20 does, but I wanted this to hold and not come apart. So in doing so, I doubled this up when I did my movements through there. So I'll show you how I started this so that you can see where I came to get this to this point. And then we've got our cute little pinch bills,
which you guys have seen several times. The TerraCast.
So easy though. It's like the easiest thing in the world.
So easy to just add to a pendant.
Yeah, I was practicing with this stuff here last time, you guys, and guess what I did? I snapped.
You broke one.
I broke one.
I never use tools on pinch bales.
Never.
I say the reason it's called pinch is to pinch with your hand.
Some of us are not as strong as
I got it.
Like, really, that's the...
You don't squeeze hard, especially the ones that are very pointed. Yes, you'll break the point off.
Very gentle movements.
Yeah, exactly.
So just that pinch and it was on there. So now you're ready to roll onto a necklace if you desire to do those with the necklace pieces. Otherwise, we're going to do something like this so that you can have earrings.
And I will say that in the description below is the craft wire, is the link to the cabs and pendants. Unfortunately, the pinch bales are not on my website yet, but I do show them semi-regularly on our videos. And you may already have some. I was going to ask the question about this. You said that it's nice to have something long, but I've also noticed you like to do it on ones that are tapered. Do you like that too?
It's a little easier. easier.
It's easier when they're tapered versus if this was just a tube.
This is nice, but it's got a big hole. So
Yeah.
that hole is what I have to cover up if I'm
Right.
making a pair of earrings.
Right.
So you can see where I've done a little bit of
Yeah.
early queuing to do that. And I've doubled this up to make a little bit thicker for that hole. And then I
Right.
kind of made a space over the top of it so that you couldn't really see what was going on.
Instead of just hanging an ear wire from this and then trying to sell your earring.
Or sticking a jump
Right.
ring on it,
Or
which doesn't look anywhere
doesn't look any better. Yeah, this looks much better. And how much more will you get for your pair of earrings if you just did a simple wrap on the top?
A lot more.
Right, and then added the same color ear wire. You'd get a lot more,
And
right?
of
And you
course,
can't even
price
see that
always
hole.
factors in, but I would sell this probably for $25.
Yeah.
You know, so if it was just on its own by itself,
Right.
it'd probably be $15 because somebody would be like, "Oh, what am I going to do with that?" Right?
Yeah.
Kind of deal. Yeah.
And then I really like this one, what she did with the side drilled. Right.
So I had a big
Created
long
her
piece,
own bell.
I had a big long piece like this. You know, pretty basic. In a 20 gauge, and then just went through it right straight through the center. And then I created with, when you come up to the top, then you've got two pieces, right? So then you make a cross, and I used my tool and stood this one up straight. I'm just showing you just for little quick purposes here. And then I wrapped this around it several times, and then I made my loop up here and then wrapped around again. Or you can go longer so that you've got some piece for in front and some piece for in back. So really, that's essentially what I did.
It's just the simple loop that we showed a couple
and
weeks
a
ago.
piece in back.
Yeah.
And it is so easy, but it turned out so cute. I realized that I needed to bring one of these around back after I'd done the front because it swung like a pendulum, and I didn't want it to swing or have any movement. So that's why I brought this around back and wrapped it like that. You know, and it's not everybody's look. I get that. You know, but it's fun. I like that whole freeform portion.
It's an addition to just using pinch bails.
It is. It's just something way more
So
fun.
she's going to show us the messy look on the
Show you
tube.
the messy look on the tube. All right.
All right.
No, that's not going to go on that side.
Not now that you messed with it.
Bent it. All right.
All right, let's just come a little further. All right, right there.
Come a
All
little
right.
closer.
Cool.
No, don't be shy. We're using our angled chain nose, right?
Yep.
And
Bending it.
I'm just gonna bend this right now so that I don't get any movement with this
Right.
between this piece here. So now we're gonna use our round nose.
Yep.
As deep as I go into it is what I'm gonna end up with. We're gonna rotate our tool up. All right. Then you
made her
pull it out
loop.
and see what you get.
Yep, let's show them the loop. Back a little bit. All right. And she has a little bit of gap, and now she's going to fill that whole gap by wrapping.
Really, with this messy wrap, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to start building on that with thinner wire.
Oh, gotcha.
So Garrett hasn't seen me do this
No,
one.
no,
He is
if
gonna
it
be-
had, it's been a
It'll be
while.
like a surprise. It'll be a surprise.
All right.
So I'm just going to wrap this. This is one time where you can do whatever you want underneath this,
Yeah,
and nobody's going to see it because
Right.
we're actually going to cover it up.
you're going to hide it anyway.
Yeah. So if you just want to go around it like a maypole, it doesn't have to.
Yeah, and
touch
she
or
didn't
match.
make it look good.
Didn't make
It's
it look
not
pretty.
even. It's not rolled tightly.
Nope, because you're not going to see any
Okay,
of it.
perfect.
All right, so
Cut
let's
it.
just cut off that little end piece.
Guard your eyes.
Garrett guarded his eyes. He thinks I'm.
I've already been.
Poke him in the eye.
I've already been to the hospital once with hot metal in my
Oh,
eye
that's
in high
not
school.
Good, is it? Oh
Yeah.
man. So let's just kind of move this out of our way, if you
Yeah.
will, for right now, and let's get us some 24 gauge. And I'm going to use this. I know that they're different
Different
colors,
color,
but, they
but it's
complement
gonna
each
look
other.
good.
It's gonna look
Yeah.
really cute.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna unspool a whole bunch of this, right?
All
And
right.
all I'm really gonna do, y'all, and I'm gonna get this.
Let's get right
I'm
up
gonna
here.
get this on here. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get it moving, okay, for movement.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna fill in this little gap area. Oh, hold this for me, will you?
Okay.
I need
3 hands.
I need a couple of hands today.
This is where they use those table plier things, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. So now you see I've kind of eaten up that space, right? Okay, we'll just, now the fun part. Now I'm gonna hold this and just kind of go willy-nilly, really.
Okay.
And I kid you not when I say willy-nilly, because you're making a messy bird wrap. You don't want it to do it tight. You want to do it kind of loose. And you see I don't have to have a tool or anything with it. I'm going to squeeze it up here a little. See how you're getting just kind of a loose fitted, if you will. I'm not pulling tight. I'm not pulling too loose. We're just going to fill in some fun little arenas. And if you look at this, you might want to keep it more tapered here and get a little bit bulkier at the end.
Yeah.
So we'll get that a little bit more snug up here in one space. And if you don't like what you see, rather than unwrapping it, use your tools and give it a little squish here and a little squish there. And I mean a gentle squish.
Light squish, so you don't mark up
so you don't mark up your pieces. Now that I'm around back, I'm just gonna come down here, and you can kink your wire if you want to, because it adds a dimension to it that's kind of fun, and you don't have to have anything particular for its look. And because you've covered up this piece, there's no front or back, so you can decide which side you like better.
Right.
Whether you like this side more or whether you like this side more. So making a pair of earrings this way makes it so much easier, and you don't have to sit here and do everything one time and then jump to the next piece. You can kind of make it however you want.
All right.
So let's make a cut here. I think I'm just going to finish off just for visual sake, right? And I try not to do anything real complicated when we're doing this, just because it's always nice when somebody can do something just real fairly easy and fun and not have it cost a lot of money and take up a lot of time and all those things that go along with it. So now you've got your little messy bird's nest wrapping. That's kind of what it's called. Yeah. What do you think? It's kind of interesting.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I want to do a different design down below. You can either do a different design.
Right.
Or you could wrap this all the way around and up and then come back down and do a fun little loop. You can also say, hey, I just want to end this down below here. So you could do just like a little bit of a squiggle, if you will, so that you're basically making your own head pin style. I've got a little loop there, right? Just about. To not shift around. Concentration. Shh, be quiet. Concentrating. Good thing they can't see my lips, right? Or I got my tongue all stuck out. Well, so now this isn't going anywhere because this is basically your head pin that you created. Right? So now you can have it look this way or you can have it look this way. If you don't like what you like up front because you did everything so loose, take a little piece of this and just tweak it. Take a little pinch and just give it a little twist or a turn, and you'll get all these kind of fun angles and whatnot, and it's really cool.
Yep, awesome.
So hopefully that inspires you guys, because I think that's the funnest part of any type of jewelry making, is that you can just have it be however you want it to be, and it doesn't matter if anybody else likes it. What matters is if you like it and who made it. So it just makes it kind of fun.
Yeah.
All right, and I'll show you what I did with this other one.
With this one? Or with this one?
With this one.
Okay, cool. Because this one is basically what we showed on the wrap loop. Right.
So I just take a fairly large length is what I did this time.
Yeah.
So can you come out? You got.
So that's like probably she's probably got, because this board is 14 inches. She's got like 20 inches of wire there. 'Cause it's folded in half.
I'm just like taking a wild guess. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pinch this closed up a little
Okay.
bit,
Yeah.
and I want it to get through
The hole.
the hole.
So she's
And the reason I
flattening
did
it.
that, yeah. So I just kind of flattened it, but I don't want to break anything. Either.
No.
And the other way to do
Worse,
that,
yeah.
so let's
Go
let's
this
be
way.
smart. Let's
And go the
let's
long
play
way.
smarter and not harder.
Yeah. Let's force it through the
Let's
hole.
force it through the hole.
All right, and then she's taking both ends and going back through the hole.
So basically, what you would do with some string,
Yeah, right?
but because it's a 24 gauge, it's
It'll
fairly
move.
thin. It'll
Yeah.
move pretty easily. And I say that now that we're on film, and it
Yeah,
doesn't
you
want to
know.
do what I want it to do.
You just got to
But
get
you
that
can
part to the
manipulate
back.
it to come through. But look, you could even do this too. You can even twist this. Let's see. So now I've got a design right here in
Right
front.
in the front,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, go
Yeah.
figure, right?
Yeah.
And now I can come back through this way if I want.
Back through the hole.
Back through the hole. Because I
So
want
she's
them
in
to
the
be a
back.
little
Yeah.
bit thicker, right?
Right.
Whoop, my last one.
Both of them together. There you
Together.
go. There you go.
So let's say we want to create a loop, huh? We could do it this way if that's what we wanted to do. So y'all, I am just free forming. Really, I am. I'm just wrapping around nice and snug. Let's see what we got. So we
Get
have
the
something
loop
like
you
this.
wanted?
Get the loop I wanted. Yeah. And let's kind of do this. Let's just make a fun little wrap, if you will. Yeah, I want to end here. All right, so here's what we've got in the back, right?
Let's come up. Yeah. Okay.
I like how pliable this is.
The 24.
Yeah, the 24 is like very pliable, but I've doubled it, you remember, so that
Right.
we can
get
get
a
some
little-
stability
Right.
with our piece here. And now I'm just using my other set of tools. I'm sending that through there because you don't want any of this to touch your
poke
clothing
anybody,
or to
yeah.
poke you.
Yeah.
And I've tucked it in just right.
Yeah.
It was just the right amount of tucking.
Oh. Swirled it
I
underneath.
did it right in front of you, but it still looks
Right.
like you're like, what?
And you
How did
could
just
you
do
could
that?
have put that underneath or on top, either way.
Yeah.
Right.
You can twist it several times.
Yeah.
You can do it however you want.
And if you're new to wire, right, this is a way to get started and not have to be the,
Yeah.
perfect
Like,
weave,
yeah, You
right?
got to do it just right.
Right.
Or, yeah.
Yeah,
I like that not everything is just right.
right.
I do. I like that. Because I'm a little off center.
A lot of us are. A lot of us are off center. Off kilter.
All right.
Off kilter.
So when are we going to meet again? Are we going to meet
We're gonna
in
do
1
next
week?
week.
We'll do
Next
next
week.
again. And we're going to work with jump rings.
Jump
and this
rings.
new 8mm.
Crystal.
Beauty.
We've shown this rondelle before, but
It's
My
so
guess is-
pretty.
my guess is I think we only had maybe 8 or 10 options. I think I have 40 options now
Whoa.
that we're pricing that we'll be
Nice.
showing soon. And it's all 6 and 8. All 6 and 8. And so Criss is going to do a jump ring project.
Yep, and we're going to make a bracelet.
Make a bracelet with jump rings, head pins, and crystal. And that's
So
it,
We'll be
right?
working with 8mm jump rings because you've
Okay.
got 8, right?
I got
And
8.
you even have 10. We could even do 10. So whether we've got 8 or 10 is going to be fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be easy too.
Yeah.
And I promote easy. I really do.
Criss
I
likes the
promote
easy projects, right?
I always want a fairly quick project. I saw one of your gals doing some peyote stitch that she had shown, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. But
It's
I
amazing.
don't ever want to spend any amount of time.
I thought I wanted to do seed bead once,
so pretty.
and then I was like, I'll stick to simple bracelets.
I don't got time for that. Nope, sorry.
You artist, that's your deal.
Yeah, stay tuned for these beauties next week. We'll do a quick and easy project. So you'll just need some basic tools. Next week you need to have something to cut. Well, no, you don't. Yeah, you do.
You need two sets of pliers and a cutter.
You'll need wire. You'll need 2 sets of pliers, and you'll need a pair of round nose pliers as well. So, you know, we're gonna basically do basic earrings, but you'll see there's a little bit more to it, but lots of connecting. So, lots of opening and closing with your jump rings, but so fun. And I'll do a lot of that beforehand so that you can see that and you don't have to sit here and watch me do it. But come join us again.
All right.
And don't forget, tomorrow we're live.
Live tomorrow. Glass strands, $3 to $4. $7 stone strands. Beauty and the Bead. Live Facebook bead shows. We'll see you then.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one.